Okay, this is one that we go to every single year at Santa's Village. It's called Nightmare from North Street. What do you think?
Well, I liked it. They had one thing when we went last year. One thing that was missing that they had before was when you sit in and they show like a little film, and that they brought that back. So I was happy. I was a little disappointed when they didn't have that anymore. But it starts out good, and then you do an outdoor trail. There's different actors that jump out at you and follow you around, which is, was good. And then once you get into the building, and they do have a Michael Myers in there, but yeah, the mask is a little different. But he's on the trail as you're walking, trying to get into the main haunt. The main haunt was good, and there was one scene I have to mention where you on the floor, it feels like your feet are sinking. I thought that was a really good effect. And there was another one where the kids were little children, they're holes, and then they just kind of they come out of them, which I thought that was really good. Mm-hmm. But overall, I do like Nightmare. Is it
from North Street?
I was saying Nightmare on North Street. Nightmare from North Street, and I'm gonna give it probably a 3.5.
All right, Nightmare from North Street's a good combination haunt. It's indoor and outdoor. It makes good, effective use of the Santa's Village location. So there's always a bit of nostalgia for those of you like myself who grew up going to Santa's Village because it looks remarkably the same, and you get to walk through the park. One of the things they like to do is they hide actors around the park as you're walking, and the actors either will come up and follow you or they'll jump out at you, and they're very good at doing this. One of the things I like is there's a werewolf scene. You actually go down where there are real animals, and then there are people in werewolf masks. Then they take you around the back and they lead you to a big barn where the main haunt is. And down this trail, there's usually somebody that jumps out at you. Laura mentioned Michael Myers. He was there again. And this time they had a guy in a truck who turned on his headlights and started driving the truck towards you from behind, which is actually kind of cool. I thought it was very good. Then you get to the main part of the haunt, which is in a big barn. And I think this year was the best one that we've witnessed. The sets were stepped up. Laura mentioned the spongy floor, sort of the rock floor, almost like lava on the floor, and this rock creature came out. He had sort of like a glowing mask. He looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four. He looked like he was made out of lava almost. That was clever. There was a voodoo area, there's a vampire area, there's a cafeteria and a butcher shop area that they do every year. The cafeteria is always very funny, very amusing. There's some tongue-in-cheek aspects to this haunt. It's about 14 or 15 minutes long. The one thing that I would say that's probably a bit of a negative would be the price. It's a little bit pricey. It's gone up to $20 this year. I know it always hasn't been that high. $20 is a bit high for what you get here at the haunt. It is populated by mostly younger actors, although they are quite good. And as Laura mentioned, the film is back, and the film is good because there's always a surprise in the general vicinity or somewhere around you while you're watching the film, so it's fun. This is a haunt that'd be fun to go through with somebody who's a little scared, and we were there with some girls. They happened to be in front of us, and they were a little bit scared, weren't they, Laura? Mm-hmm. When we went through, and they were adding to the fun of it. So again, it's about a 14 or 15 minute haunt. So again, it's a pretty decent haunt, but the money aspect of it, I think, knocks it down just a little bit. So acting was very good. I like the atmosphere. I like the indoor-outdoor portion of the haunt, and it's a good length, but the price is a little bit much, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 this time around, simply for that.
Am I out of order? Because, Jim, you're going to show me first, right?
No, Jim's first. I'm starting with Jim. Because I also say Jim said.
Okay, because I'm referring to what Jim said.
No, Jim is first.
Okay, do I have to start over?
No.
Okay. So anyway, okay.
Now you have to start over.
Need the little clap thing.